Whoa. Okay, cool. We got. I think we're okay. Thank you. We're like, yeah, we got it. Oh, there we go. You guys grab squishy balls and weights. Okay, guys, let's start lying on our backs. So have your squishy ball handy, have your weights within arm's reach. We're going to start with our ball underneath our feet. And then you just make sure you can grab your weights. You're in a nice neutral, so tailbone is heavy and tipped away from you. Your waistlines are nice and long, ribs tight around your center, shoulder blades flat against the mat, and then just palms facing up, so you're just nice and relaxed, eyes looking straight up. And then from here, we're just going to start letting our feet be a little bit light on the ball. So as your feet get a little bit light, feel your abs deepen that little bit. So when your feet get light, you could do that and press your low back down. That's what we want to avoid. So just a little bit light, no change in the shape of your spine. And then just like your feet be heavy. Do that again. Straighten up those ribs right your center that little bit, let your feet be that little bit light. You still have your little space behind your lumbar spine. And then again, slow. Over to more like this. You're light that little bit. Hold. Go one more. Let those feet be that little bit light and then stay. Now from here, keep your feet only as light as you can feel your abs, not your low back. If you start to feel your back, just let your feet be a little heavier. And then you're going to roll the ball away just maybe 3 or 4 inches out. And then pull right back in. So as your legs move away, no change in your spine. Your abs are working a little bit harder. And then you can bring them right back in. So just feel what's going on kind of in your body. If you go too far with your legs, maybe your back starts to arch. Maybe you try to tap to protect your low back. You don't want to do either of those things. Just keep that neutral. Does not need to be a big movement. It's really about the precision of the movement instead of the range. Just one more, step those legs away that little bit, and then pull back in and stay. Let your feet be heavy, still in neutral. Grab those weights and reach your arms up to the ceiling. So arms are reaching up, shoulder blades are pressing down, so your collarbones are nice and wide. Just keep your feet heavy for now on the ball. You're going to reach your arms overhead, so reach way back. Turn your palms to face up, circle your arms all the way around, and then bring them back up to the ceiling. And then you gotta get to reach your arms, make a big circle all the way around, and then bring your arms back up. So as you're circling your arms, your ribs are staying tight around your center. Think of that kind of as your main job. You're thinking about your ribs, kind of staying unchanged. The back of your rib cage stays heavy. Like that, bring your arms back to the ceiling and then stay. Let's go the opposite way. So now reach your arms down, circle all the way, and then back up to the ceiling. Arm bones stay heavy. Go for a couple more like this. If you want a little extra low abs, you can keep your feet a little bit lighter. And back up. Reach, open, arms up to the ceiling, and then stay. So now let's all let our feet be a little bit light, hold right there. Now we're gonna reach our legs away. Think of that little bit light, reach your arms overhead, so put those kind of together. Bring your arms back to the ceiling, pull your legs back in. Do that again. Inhale as you reach back. Exhale. Back in. And then again, reaching those legs, reaching your arms, so stay tight around your center, and back. 3 more like this. Remember, only reach your legs as far as you can reach, or only reach your arms as far as you can keep your ribs tight around your center. 2 more like this, reaching. And you can see I'm not going all the way. 1 more. Reach. Come back up to the ceiling. Stay right there. Lower your arms down. Like your feet off that ball. Pop it between your inner thighs. So feet can be a little closer than hip distance apart, and you can touch your heels with your fingertips, just a little check there. And we're going to come into an imprint here. So belly button towards your spine, rock that pelvis towards you, and then let's rock it away from us. So then you'll have that space behind you. As you rock your pelvis back, you press that lumbar spine down, and then rock it away from you. 1 more, rock that pelvis back towards you, and then keep it tucked in. Press through your heels, lift your hips right up to the ceiling. So that's the start of a hip roll, is that rock back. Hold when you're at the top there, give your inner thighs a nice big squeeze, and then slowly roll all the way down. So all the way back down to the mat. Take a breath when you're down there, and then do that again. So rock that pelvis back, press through your heels and lift. Inner thighs squeeze again, nice and tight, and then slowly articulate all the way down. 1 more like that. Press that lumbar spine down, rock your pelvis back, lifting nice and high. Now we'll stay up here, so knees are reaching away from the top of your head. Just squeeze your inner thighs, 6 little squeezes. As you squeeze, notice if your glutes have squeezed together, don't let them. And then little release. Exhale as you squeeze inner thighs, only no glutes. Inhale, release, go 1 more. And release, feel your abs deepen as you squeeze those inner thighs. 3. Last 2. Last 1, hold that squeeze, roll all the way down. Come right through the neutral. And then stay. Now from here, just lift your right heel, so you're on your right toes. You still have that ball in there. From here, you're gonna press through your left heel as you lift your hips up to the ceiling. So squeeze your left inner thigh towards your midline as you lift. Hold there, so you're lighter on your right foot than you are on your left, right? If anyone wants an extra challenge, if you're feeling like totally balanced here, you can extend your right leg. If you don't feel balanced, just keep those right toes down. That's totally fine, whatever works for you. So from here, drop your hips down, almost touch the mat, and then press straight back up. So keep those inner thighs squeezing in towards your midline, in particular your left one. Left inner thigh stays squeezed in. Extra little press through your left heel so that glute is working the whole time. Press. 2 more. And press. 1 more. Inhale down. Exhale, press up. Stay there. Lower your right foot down. Roll all the way back to the mat. Neutral. Take a breath. And then let's go back up. Belly button. Spine press through your heels with those hips. Stay there. Okay, so extra squeeze with your right inner thigh towards your ball. Extra press through your right heel as you extend your left leg. Or keep just your toes down, whatever feels good. Now again, drop down, ribs and hips come down together. As you press up, squeeze that right inner thigh towards that ball. Inhale, lowering. Exhale, up your body. Control and press through that right heel. 4 more. Control and press. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Exhale, press up, lower that left knee down, roll all the way back to the mat, down to neutral, and then stay right here there. Okay, now grab those weights in your hands, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Here, we're gonna roll all the way back up, belly button spine, press through those heels, lift. Now up at the top, let's lift our heels so you're just on your toes. Stay there. Keep those inner thighs exercise, just gently squeezing around the ball. Reach your arms way back overhead and then roll down, keeping your heels lifted all the way down. Reach those arms back up to the ceiling. Take a breath. And then do that again. Keeping your heels lifted this time. Roll up. Holding at the top, arms reach overhead. Inner thighs are still squeezing. Roll all the way up. Slow and easy. Arms back up. 2 more like that. Nice even pressure for each one of your toes as you roll and lift. Arms reach. Slowly melt your way down. Next time we're going to stay up. Belly button spine press nice and high. Then we'll stay up at the top this time. Keep your heels lifted. Squeeze your inner thighs for 6. Nice and tight. Shoulders are relaxed. 5. Exhale. 4. Exhale. 3. Last 2. Last 1. And slowly roll all the way down. Drop those heels. Lower those arms down. And take a breath. Ball underneath your right foot. Feet still about hip distance apart. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple different options. We're going to start with our right side roll. I'll give you the options for the left in a second. So nice even weight to both sides of your spine. Let your right foot be a little bit light on the ball. You're going to roll it away. Doesn't matter if you straighten it, and then you're going to pull back in. Relying on your core for stability. Think about those abs deepening a little bit as you pull that leg back in. Now, if you want a little extra, you can lift your left heel like I am here. If you want even more extra, you can lift the leg all the way up, whatever feels good. The priority is keeping your pelvis evenly weighted, keeping your shoulders evenly weighted, and keeping that right foot that little bit light. I like to keep my left toes down because then I can really feel that everything is perfectly aligned. As I'm with this leg, I still feel tons of abs. We're going to up the ante just a sec. So go 2 more, rolling away. And 1 more. Bring that leg back in. Okay. Now bring your hands behind your head. Nod your chin a little bit, feel up to flexion and stay there. So if your left foot is down, just make sure it's light. You haven't dropped your weight into it. Keep those toes that little bit light. I'm going to roll this leg away. When you're out though, let's reach our right arm overhead, extend that upper body back, and then bring your leg and bring that arm up, reach towards those right toes, and then do it again. So inhaling back, remember this is work. This is actually the hardest point right here. So go 6 more like that. Inhaling back, lengthen. And 5. Inhale, reach. 4 more. Knees are pointing straight to the ceiling. All the way in. 3. Last 2. Exhale. Up. Ready? 1 more like that. Reaching all the way back. Keep those ribs tight around your center. All the way up off your right hand behind your head. Stay there. You're going to rotate to this right hand leg. So rotate across and then back to center. Exhale across and back. So left shoulder blade off the mat. Left ribs towards the top of your right hip. Your pelvis stays totally even. And then go 4. Exhale for 3. Back. Exhale for 2. It's work coming into the rotation. It's work coming out of it. Last one, across, back to center, lower your foot all the way. Let those feet be heavy. Take a nice little forward. All right, I've got puppy ball under your left foot. Right foot is on the mat. Remember your feet should be about hip distance apart. Keep that pelvis nice and even. Body's nice and relaxed. So we're going to start with just the leg. So we'll reach our left leg out, and then we'll pull back in. Remember, you can lift your right toes, you can lift your right foot, all the way, whatever feels good. My toes down, just make sure everything stays nice and lined up. Relying on your core to pull this leg back in. Relying on your core for stability as you reach your leg away as well, right? It'd be really easy to just move your leg in and out. I don't feel anything at all. Or keeping that connection. Keeping your right foot light really does help maintain 2 more like this. And you'll want more reach. Come back in, stay. Now hands behind your head, no nod, and then heel up to flexion. So staying there, remember left foot is light, you can come up here if you want, whatever feels good. And we're gonna reach that left leg out. As you reach it out, let's lower your upper body, reach your left fingertips away from your left toes. That's the hardest point of movement, right? All the way up. So inhaling, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Just hover off the mat and roll up. 6 more like this. Even weight to both sides of your pelvis. And 5. Reaching nice and long and all the way. 3 more. Last 2. Last one. So all the way back, all the way up. Up your left hand behind your head. Now from here, we're going to rotate to the left. Exhale up, forearm. Inhale back to the center. Keep that right hip heavy. Right shoulder blade off the mat, just barely. And back. Keep that nice neutral for 6. And back. Exhale, 5. Still working as you come to the center. 4. And 3 more of rocks. And back. Last 2. And back. Last one. Exhale. Back to the center. Nice and slow. Lower your flight leg if you need heavy. And take a nice breath. Good job, guys. I'm going to pop your ball off to this side. On those knees, and let's have a little roll around here. And then you're going to put the ball back between your ankles. You're going to lie on your left side, flat out. So left fingertips reach away from your toes. Right. So really think length through your body, your toes, your hips, your shoulders, your head are all lined up, right? And your knees are pointing the way that you're facing. So your left knee kind of wants to point down, so does your right actually. Let's make sure they're both staying nice and parallel. And you're reaching with your toes, right? I know it's like, what is this reach? But really think about that. If you just lift and lower your legs, it's fine. But if you're reaching as you're lifting, you're gonna feel much more connection through your obliques. So just keep that in mind. So we're gonna reach. We're gonna make sure our left ribs don't press down to the mat, and we're gonna lift our legs just maybe 3 inches. Hold when they're up there. So just bring your attention to your right hand. Are you putting tons of weight into it, or can you keep your right hand a little bit light? Maybe even you can bring your hand onto your hip. That's great. Think also about your neck. Is it relaxed, or are you kind of stabilizing with your neck? Try to keep it relaxed. If that means you need to bring your hand down to take tension out of your neck, I would definitely do that. All right. So from here, lower your legs. You're reaching as you lower, just to that hover, and then lift that up. So inhale as you lower. Doesn't need to be a huge movement. Exhale as you lift. Go 6 like this. Control. And 5. Control. And let's go for 4. Let's think about our left inner thigh doing most of the work. So your left inner thigh is lifting the ball, and your right leg. Tons of right obliques as well. We're ready for one more. We're going to lift up and stay at the top. Hold right there. Squeeze both inner thighs around that ball nice and tight. Little release. Inner thighs squeeze. Inner thighs release. 6 little squeezes. Go for 5. Little squeeze. Your head is still heavy on that left arm. 4. Exhale. 3. Your left ribs are not pressing down. 2. Last one. Hold that squeeze. Now lift your legs 1 more inch. Stay. And then down that same inch. 1 inch up. Stay. And 1 inch down. Go 6 more. Those inner thighs squeezing. 5. You're in that nice high range. 4. Exhale. Head is still heavy on that left arm. 3. Last 2. Little squeeze. Last one, squeeze and stay. 4. Inner thighs 1 last time. Squeeze, stay high. Little release. Exhale, squeeze. Little release. You've got 6. Stay nice and high. Do you feel more inner thighs or obliques? Pretty even. Squeeze. Go 4, 3, squeeze. If you don't feel your obliques, lift your legs a little higher. 2, last 1, squeeze, and then slow release all the way down. I've been looking at that the whole time. Did she just come? Oh, I don't know. I saw the I'm so sorry, Olivia. I was looking at that the whole time. That's crazy. Oh my God. Drop that ball. Woo! Okay. Heels under your bum. Stay lying flat. Same side. Left ribs are still lifting. It's easy to press those down. Okay, so keep your heels together. You're gonna lift your top leg up, get all the way up there and stay, but your hips, your right hip doesn't roll back, right? Now from here, just slowly lower to a hover and then squeeze back up. So inhaling down and exhale, squeeze. Inhale, control, and exhale, squeeze. You gotta go 5 more like that. Get to that high point each time. 4, exhale up, 3, last 2, exhale up, last 1, exhale out, deep and lift nice and high, stay, 1 more inch up, squeeze, 1 inch down, 1 inch up, squeeze, 1 inch down, it looks like you're hardly moving, go 6, and 5, it stays, it should look like you're hardly moving, 4, exhale, 3, last 2, last 1, stay. So it's really nice and high. Keep that glute engaged. You're gonna immediately rotate, knee down, foot up, and then switch. Knee down, foot up, and switch. So this glute is working multiple times. You got it very good, guys. 5, and turn it out. Go for 4, and turn it out. 3 more, in. Last 2, in and out. You ready? 1 more, in and out. Stay. So you're in that nice lateral rotation. Now extend your leg from there. Bend it back in and then go up an extra inch. Extend it out again. Bend it in and then squeeze back that extra inch. You do 6 more. Reach, bend, extra little bit of turnout. Reach, bend, extra little turnout. 4, bend, extra turnout. 3, bend, extra turnout. 2, bend, extra turnout. Last 1, bend, extra turnout, and then lower all the way down. Super glute stretch is that come up to an elbow plank. So you can be elbow directly under your shoulder. You can be on your, you can stay. You can come to like a kneeling side plank. If you want to be on your feet, you can have one, your bottom leg forward, or you can come all the way to that. Whatever feels good. Just really think about your neck in this position. If you're feeling a lot of tension in your neck, I would stay down on mine in this position. But whatever feels good for you. Get the middle. So if you have legs straight and they're not stacked, bring your bottom leg forward for sure. Think about the top of your head reaching away from your heels. Begin the movement by pressing down. Don't lift yet. By press down into your left elbow. Feel that straight as those lats engage under that arm. Reach the top of your head away from your heels or your knees, and then let's lift up. So hold when you're there. You can look down if you feel your neck. Reach your arm right up to the ceiling and stay. So hold right there. Really reach up. Feel your left hip lifting away from the mat. Now you're going to lower that hip down. Keep reaching up though, and lift. Inhale as you come down, and exhale as you lift. So go 6 more. Control. 5. Control. 4 more. And up. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Let's lift up. Stay. Hold right there. So keep your hips nice and lifted. Lower your arm to shoulder height. Lift back up. And once extra, you can do this with a weight. I'm not going to, but you could. And up. Inhale down. Keep those hips lifting. 4. Reach. So 3 more. Last 2. Ready, one more. Lower all the way down. Woo. And then come on to your back. Right foot in front of your left knee. We'll give our right foot a little stretch. Hug that left knee in nice and tight. That's good. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Let those knees just open out. Give those inner thighs a little stretch here before we move over to the other side as well. Nice breath. And then let's come on up. Flip. Grab your swoosh off. Legs right underneath you. So now you're lying on the right side. You can stay out facing the same on your mat. Just make sure you're on your right side. So remember all those things we're keeping in mind, right? Our knees should be pointing the same way we're looking. Our waistlines are long, so your right ribs stay that little bit lifted. And your toes are reaching away. So you've got that extra reach going on, right? You could just swing your legs around. You want to reach and then lift. So left hand, just a light touch on the mat. You can bring it up, whatever feels good. We're going to lift and stay. Remember, if you feel tension in your neck, just put a little extra weight into your right hand. That's fine. So we're going to lift and hold right there. You got it. So just slowly lower your legs to a hover and then squeeze and lift back up. So you're reaching as you lower and you're still reaching as you lift. So on this side, it's your right inner thigh that's doing most of the work. It's holding the weight of the ball in your left leg. So really important we keep our knees pointing forward so that inner thigh really connects. Over 4, little pause. 3. Last 2. One more squeeze up to the top and stay. Now squeeze the inner thighs around the ball. Little release. Exhale as you squeeze. Inhale, release. So 6 little ones. Keeping those legs nice and lifted. 5, 4, 3. Last 2. Last one. Hold your squeeze. From there, let's lift our legs up like that. 1 more inch. Down an inch. 1 inch up. Hold. 1 inch down. You're kind of your highest point, then you go up that extra inch. Go 6 more. Pause and down. 5. Pause and down. 4 more. Bring your attention to your neck. Feel like you're noticing tension in there. And your eyes down. Let that head just be heavy for 3. Let's go 2. Little squeeze. You ready? Last one. Squeeze up and stay. Really reach those toes. Squeeze your inner thighs. Last 8. Exhale 7. Little squeeze. Exhale 6. Exhale 5. You got it. 4. 3. Last 2. Last one. Hold that squeeze and then lower. Ball off the side. Heels underneath your bum. So heels, bum, and in the back of your head are all in line. Keep those hips nice and stacked. You're going to go to the highest point of your clamshell. Stay there. So feel that left outer glute connect, and then try and keep it on as long as you can on the way down. When you feel it starting to turn off or it's about to turn off, just go right back up. So try and keep it connected the whole way down and the whole way up. So sometimes bringing your hand onto that glute med can help. You can feel the tension. Easy to feel the tension on the way up. Try to keep that tension on the way down. Up. And it's like you're pushing back down. You're not just letting gravity pull it down, right? Four works the whole time. 3. Last 2. And then one more up to the top. Stay. Now go up one more little inch and down an inch. 1 inch and down. Pelvis stays totally still. Go 6 more. And 5. Exhale. 4. Head is still heavy. Exhale. 3. Last 2. Last one, come up to your high point, stay there, glute burning, right? Now medially rotate, keep that glute working, and then laterally rotate. Do that again, so medial in, lateral out. You got it in, pelvis stays pretty still. In, and out, control. In, and again. Got 2 more, in and out. Last one, in and out, and then stay. Now you're gonna extend that leg from there, bend it back in, and then turn out an extra inch. So again, you'll extend, bend, and out. Extend, bend, extra, crank it out. Extend, back, 4 more, reach, in and out. Pelvis stays nice and stacked the whole time. In and out. Last 2, reach, in and out. Last one, reach, in, turn it out that extra bit, and then lower all the way down. Good. Okay. Now, side plank again. If it didn't feel good, be on your feet, come down to your knees for this one, doesn't matter at all. Really make sure your right elbow is under your right shoulder. We'll begin the movement by pressing through there, right? So come to whatever position you want. If you want those legs extended, bring your bottom leg forward. I'm just gonna stack them. All right, top of your head reaches away from your feet as you lift. Stay right up there. You can reach that arm right up to the ceiling. So keeping your right wrist lifting, you're gonna lower those hips, almost touch, and then lift back up. Inhale down. Thinking about the resisting as you come down, you're not just flopping down and then going back up. Control the movement down. Really pick those right ribs up. Use that breath. Exhale, lift. Go for 4 and 3. Everybody. Last one. Let's lift up. Stay. Lower that arm. Shoulder height. That's nice. Measure. Pull. That's a reach. And up. Inhale down. Go for 4. Control. And reach. 3 more. Control. And reach. Keep that right elbow pressing. 2. Last 1. And lower all the way down. Job, you guys. So come on to your back now. Let's give our left foot a little stretch. Left foot in front of your right knee. Up behind that right knee. Take a nice couple of breaths. Tucking that right knee tighter, opening that left leg out a little wider. One more nice big breath here. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Let those legs open nice and wide again. Those inner thighs stretch out. Nice. All right, and then from there, just extend your legs out underneath you, and then come onto your tummy. The toes, the legs as wide as the mat. So, and then hands up at about shoulder height so they can be wider than the mat. So off the mat is nice. So your arms are in like real cactus shaped, hands underneath your elbows, and then elbows in line with your shoulders. And then just look straight down at the mat. So feeling in this position that your spine is kind of as long as it can be. The top of your head is reaching away from your tailbone. We're going to come up, we're going to keep our spine nice and long, so we want to kind of kink into it. Remember, part of our spine is a cervical spine or our neck. So not doing this with our neck, really taking length more than anything else. So start the movement by just engaging your core a little bit, take belly button towards your spine, ribs tighten up around your center, and then begin to reach the top of your head and your collarbones out towards the front edge of your mat. So as you reach, you're kind of lengthening your spine a little bit. You can create a little bit extra space between each vertebra, and then begin lifting off the mat. So you'll just lift a little. Doesn't need to be a huge movement at all. You're still looking down, right? You want our spine to stay long. Take a breath when you're there. And then just slowly come back down. So as you come down, think of each vertebra kind of pressing back down towards the mat one at a time. Your nose will touch the mat. Flat. Now let's extend back again. So connect those abs to the ribs, tighten up around your center. And then the top of your head and collarbones reach out. And move up slightly. Holding when you're at the top there again, and then slowly lengthen as you melt back. Yeah. So imagine your nose right now is drawing a little mark on the mat. Let's try and get that mark a little bit higher up next time you come down. So shoulders away from your ears, core connects, ribs tighten up around your center. Let's lift up again, feel that length through your spine. Look down at that little dot, maybe just on the mat with your nose. As you come back down, think of your spine getting a little longer. So you're drawing that dot. Go off. Take a breath there. Let's go for one more like that. So pressing through those palms, shoulders away from your ears, core connects. Lengthening as you lift. Think about that little dot you just drew with your nose. Holding there, get very nice, you guys. As you come back down, reach a little more to the top of your head. Draw that dot one whole little inch higher. Very good, guys. And on this one, we're going to stay up. So collarbones wide, shoulders away from your ears, core connect. Lead with your nose that little bit, and then begin reaching the top of your head away from your toes. Take a little bit of a breath here. Let's lift our elbows. You feel secure there. You're not just going to fall back down to the mat. See if you can lift your hands. Take a little breath here. Now from here, we're going to open our arms wide to the side. Straight out. And then bring them down to your hips. So as they come down to your hips, you extend a little more through your upper back. Maybe you length. And then bring your arms forward to just to about shoulder height, total level. And then bring your arms back. Make that little extension a little bit higher. Two more like this, reaching, almost like you're diving forward. And then lifting. One more. And then just bend your arms in, pop those hands down, lower all the way. And then just press back to a little shell stretch. Tail down towards your heels, fingertips can reach forward. You can bring your arms back if that feels better for you. Two more nice deep breaths here. Come up to a 4-foot wheel, guys. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. So finding that neutral again, really kind of just let gravity pull you down. So think about keeping your ribs tight around your center. Press into your hands a little bit so your shoulder blades are wide on your back. Now from here, let's just come into a cat stretch. So you can drop your tail slight extension. And then one more just like that. From your tail, swoop up. This time just come to neutral. Top of your head reaching from your tail that little bit. And then from there, without your weight shifting to the left, let's take our right leg out on the mat. So if you feel your weight has shifted to the left, think of your left inner thigh kind of squeezing towards your midline that little bit. Then lift your leg up so you're just sitting hip tight. And then stay when you're there. The toes reaching from the top of your head. You can stay here. If you want a little more, you can reach your left arm in front. We're going to tap fingers and toes to your leg and arm long. And then lift back up. You can do one or the other if that feels better for you. Remember, you want to try and stay straight up and down on this left leg. So your left knee stays under your left hip as you're moving. And if you have that arm reaching with your leg, really feel your fingertips reaching away from your toes. So you've got that constant reach. You've got 3 more. You've got 2. 1 more. See that little bit lifting up. Stay. Open your arm 2 inches to the side. Open your leg 2 inches to the side. And then come back in. Alternatively, you can just do the arm or just do the leg. You want to bring your arm down and open the leg out. Still tons of work. Whatever feels good for 4. Go for 3. Abs, keep it out. And in, go for 2. In last one, out that little bit, back through center, arm in, leg in, sit back again to a shell stretch. Those wrists a little shake out. Let's come back up. So hands back under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Again, nice long waistline there. Keep our left leg out on the mat. Remember, your weight's going to want to shift right. Try and keep your right knee pressing down into the mat. Right inner thigh stays twisted to your midline. Lift your left leg just to hip height. If you want, you can add that arm. Keep them both long as you tap. So inhaling down. And then exhale, press through your right knee as you lift that little bit. Roll. Thinking length way more than height. Keep that left hand under your left shoulder without locking your left elbow. 3. 2. Abs, keep it as you lift. 1 more. Let's lift and then stay. Now open to the side, arm like a couple of inches, and then squeeze in. Remember, you can just do the arm, just do the leg, doesn't matter. Open and pause, and then back in. Open, pause, and in for 4. 3. 2. Last one, open out, arm in, lift in, and again, you can sit back to that shell stretch. That's just a little shake of the knees for your spinners. I'm gonna ask you the other one. We never make a laugh. It's so funny. Those stairs. No, listen to everything I say. Okay, come back to that 4-point heel. Hands back under your shoulders, knees under your hips. We're going to get into a little play here. We're going to stay. Just reach your right heel back, your left back. So really to the top of your head, reaching from your toes, and then tuck your chin, scoop your abs, press all the way back. So hold when you're here, we'll walk out our feet. Let's go 1 at a time. Breath. And we're gonna walk our hands into our feet. So walk in one at a time. Lean that forward, roll all the way up. Once you're up there, keep those shoulders and roll. Grab your weight and come up to standing in like a wide doesn't matter, wider second position or so. Okay, so shoulders relax away from your ears. Think about that neutral movement in all class. Ribs nice and tight around your center, your pelvis. It's not here, just neutral. And then we're just going to start with arms. So we're going to go straight up, open out, and then in and down. So when we're standing, there's so much more room for air, right? We don't have the mat kind of holding us in position. So when we go up, that's fine. When we go here, we could really do this kind of a thing. We don't want to let that happen, right? So feel how your obliques are hugging your ribs nice and tight as you move your arms. Yeah, very good, guys. 2 more. Up, out, in, up, and out. Stay in your wide. Come down into a little plie. So down low. Bend your elbows in. So really you're still pretty straight down here. Your ribs are still tight around your center. Wrists are nice and long. Maybe just stand up and reach your arms out on an angle back. Pull that in. And then look at that same reach. Go 6 like this. Press through those heels and reach. 5. Think like really reach those arms. 4. 3. Exhale. Abs. 2. Come back down and stay. So elbows a little bit away from the waistline so they're not resting. Lift your right heel. Lift your left heel. And down. Let's do that again. So keeping your pelvis nice and square as you lift. And down. Yeah, very good. Again. Up. And down. So up. And down. Lift your right. Stay on your right. Press through your left. You're going to come up this time. Rotate your arms back. And then pull back in. So most of your weight in your left heel will reach. Got it. Go for 4. And in 3 more. And in last 2. Remember you're against a wall. The back of your head, your shoulders, your bum, your heel. Last 1. Come in. Stay. Drop your right. In other words, just straight and down, right? Don't move forward or back. Got it. Lift your left heel. Stay there. Same thing with your arms. You're going to press through your right and down. Exhale. And in for 4. And in for 3. And in last 2. And in last 1. And in lower your left. All the way up. Walk those feet back in about hip distance apart or so. Arms are going to go up, so palms face each other this time. Bend your elbows in 90 degrees. So legs are straight but not locked. Core is connected, so you're not going to be moving your back with your arms. Just arms here. Go up. And in. Out. Reach. Wide. And in. So elbows don't really go below shoulder height. Wide. In and then 2 more. Arms go up, but your ribs don't lift, right? In. And then you go back out here. Now come down into a little squat. So now you're going to come down and your upper body just forward that little bit. As you stand up, reach those arms way up overhead, and then come back down again. So inhale down. Inhale down, core connects. Abs and press. For 4. 3. Last 2. 31 more. Up. On front. Bend them in. Okay, now turn out your legs just a little. So your hip distance start to turn out. Keep those elbows at 90 degrees. And you're going to come down. You're going to come down. Little plie, and then put your right leg out. Put your left heel and your left big toe are pressing into the mat. Don't let your elbows rest at your waistline, so they're a little bit away. You're going to bend your right leg back in. slow and controlled. In and reach. Keep your left heel and left big toe pressing into the mat. 3 more. In. 2. Sleep it in. 1 more. In. And reach. And stay. So you're just going to have a light touch with your right toe. Press up through your left. Back down. So press up. And down. Exhale. Press. Inhale down. So you're going straight up in space. And down for 4. And down. 3 more. And down. Absolutely. 2. Guys, last one up. Couple of shakes. Same on the other side. So start with your feet parallel, hip distance apart. Then turn them out that bit. The more you turn them out, the harder it's going to be to stabilize. So just be aware. And then bend those elbows in, elbows, finish yourself with your waistline. Step your left knee back. So just on that nice comfortable angle, hinge forward, right heel and right big toe are pressing. So stay on that angle. You're just going to step your left knee in, on your sweet spot, you can balance, and reach back out. So in, slow and control, slow and control. 5, and reach long. 4, keep that right big toe pressing. 3, reach, last. 2, last. 1. Reach it out and then step that leg in and stay. And you're going to come up. Go for 6. Right heel and right big toe are pressing. 5, 4 is keeping nice and steady. Last 3. And down. Last 2. To that right. Down. Last 1. Up. And down. All the way up. Step that left again. Okay. We're going to come back down to the edge of your mat. We're going to roll back down and walk out. So you're going to just tuck your chin again. Round your shoulders forward. Let the weights and your body kind of pull you into that nice forward fold there. The shoulders will roll. You can drop your weights here. And then we're going to walk our hands out. So bend the knees of each. You're going to walk your hands up right, left, right, left. Come into a little plank there. So again, heels reach from the top of your head. Step your right foot forward. Bend your left knee down. You can uncurl your toes and just hold there in that little lunge. So left hip flexor having a little bit of a stretch up there. Feel that your right heel is under your right knee. So you're in a good position for that right knee. And then step your left hand down beside your right. You will all the way to the outside of your feet. And then reach that right up to the ceiling. Nice breath there. Bring your gaze up to that right hand. Maximum. And then bring that hand down. Pop that right leg down so you can open your right knee to the side and then do that little hip stretch there. So just letting your weight pull you into that deeper stretch for a few breaths. One more big breath there. And then walk your hands back under your shoulders. Curl your left toes under. Step your right foot back. And then step your left in. Your right knee can be up. Press left heel under your left knee though. And then right hand can come down, open your left arm up to the side. Keep those left fingers really reaching up as your right hand press down. And then up your left hand down, let your left knee open up to the side and then the right. Ready, walk your hands back, bend those shoulders, curl your right toes under, step your left foot back, and then just press back to that downward dog. Push those heels down, walk your hands in. Hold on. Nice work, guys. Oh, you're so welcome. Bye, Hillary.